Hello and welcome to another bite-sized workshop on the tarot. Today we're looking at card number 19, the Sun. So let me show you a couple of different tarot cards, two different tarot decks. The first one I'm going to show you is from the Sheridan deck, and here we have the Sun card. So first of all, I don't often refer to this, but it's quite important in this card that we point out, instead of it being the Arabic numbers that I often talk about, the symbology on most tarot cards is in Roman numerals. So we have the X, the I, and the X again. So what we have in here is card 19. But card 19, the Sun card, shows up differently in different decks, but this one kind of covers everything here in the Sheridan deck because we have the sun shining brightly. We have two children. Well, in essence, not really children. It is a symbol of innocence, and they are dancing within a circle. Now that circle just happens to be a fairy ring or a circle of protection, meaning that these innocents are twins. They're the duality that exists within all of us. The good side and the not so good side. The dark, the light, the yin, the yang, the male, the female. Now they're dancing in this fairy ring in front of a wall, and over the wall are brightly coloured flowers. And not only is the sun shining, but the sun is also a symbol of life here. All life exists. And let's think about those children, those twins in the fairy ring. Perhaps this is just before birth. It is that sense of rebirth, that sense of beginning. But I'm going to take it a little bit further by showing you from the Rider-Waite deck. Here we see the sun shining very brightly. We also have the wall. We also have the card marked in Roman numerals. It is card 19. And we have a child, symbol again of innocence, riding a white horse, symbol again of spirituality. And there's a red flag that's furled open here as well, as if there's a celebration, there's a party, there's great joy going on. Now here we don't have the circle or the fairy ring showing up, but we still have enough of the symbology that counts, because the sun being round, the sunflowers being round, the glow and the joy of what's coming over the wall is about happiness and perhaps even enticement. So Roman numerals I've mentioned, but of course it's still number 19, and of course all numbers in the tarot deck are associated to numerology as well. So 19 becomes 10. So what's really interesting is that the Sun card shows us two tens and the one in between them. And that one in between is the wall. And the two tens are the two sides of the same thing, what we are. So where is all this leading? Well, the Sun card is very much about joy, happiness, achievement, success. We're really high in the major arcane numbers here. And if we think about the numerology of 10, 10 is completion, it's fulfillment. And we had this with other energies of cards before. But what's important about this one, more than anything, this is the rebirth. Because if we think about the moon, so these twins in the fairy ring or the circle of protection have actually survived the journey through the night. They have been released from the underworld. They have escaped the guardian Hecate, and they have not only travelled along the river Styx, but they've actually travelled into the fountain of life. So there's a lot of symbology in here about, this is not only about great achievements and a recognition of a maturity, but it's using that maturity with a sense of innocence and a sense that you can make anything happen. However, the duality is a little warning here. Sometimes we can get so lost in our own little circle. We forget about the outside world. And sometimes if we don't think about the rest of the world, people around us, the universe, and the fact that that circle is a hint to something, when we talk about the pebble being thrown into the water and the ripples come out, and we don't think those ripples are that important, but in actual fact, it's reminding us that we're not an island. It's reminding us that we're connected to everything. So the symbology in here is be conscious of your actions. But if you are having a tarot reading and the Sun card comes up, the great thing we get from this is joy. The great thing we get from this is opportunity. The great thing that we get from this is that we're tapping into what is the center of our solar system, the sun. And that sun is letting us know that we belong to the greater universe, and we can look to the universe to receive almost anything. So, two things going on here. One, anything is possible, and you can be very successful, and you can create happiness, and you can create joy. But remember that it's not just about yourself, it's about everybody that you're connected to. Because if we just stay in the fairy ring, if we just stay in that protective circle, we're not actually making a difference to other people. And perhaps that's the purpose of life, to make a difference to everybody else, to give as much as we can to other people. So even though the sun is very much about abundance, because after all, without the sun, there would be no life. And the abundance that comes from the sun is something that we all really deserve and we can all enrich. But let us also think how we can spread it for everybody else as well, to give as much sunshine and joy and kindness into the world. So the message here is, yes, this is your time to succeed. Yes, you know enough, you've achieved enough, but don't become wrapped up in just what you need to do. Make sure that you connect to everybody else. Well, there you go. This has been another bite-sized workshop on the tarot, card number 19, the sun. I'll be coming back very soon with another workshop, which is going to be Judgment, card 20. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye for now.